Go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to say first and foremost, congratulations on, the continuation of your career.
Yes, thank you.
And when I say continuation, I mean we're all pluralist. And somehow when you're in the music industry, they convince you to only focus on one thing because they feel like, they only want you to pay attention to their interest. Right. And eventually, the people in senior leadership positions of these companies recognize that these other potential revenue streams for these artists could also be, contributors to the marketing to their partnership. But you saw this early. You were on this early. I remember when you were talking to me about it, like, I'm thinking about going into this thing, like I got this idea, I got this concept.
I used to always have a camera. I didn't know why. I used to always have a camera. So that was like the pre-thing.
My point is you were one of the first to do that.
That makes a noise for me.
And you stayed focused until you realized exactly how you could grow the audience and monetize it. And I think that's beautiful. And I want to also say that I am grateful that you would even, you even would want to have me on here.
Come on, you crazy?
Hey, man. Who are you? I just want to learn from you. Right. And he was like, nah, I'll help you. And then that's when we did BBC together, and that's when we did Ice Cream together, and everything changed. And that changed my life because at that point, I was only thinking about the beat. The beat was my only concern. Then the beat and the songs were my only concern. Then I realized that there's beats, there's music, and then there's merch, and then there's clothes. And he really opened me up. He really, 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 really made me look at things very differently. And I saw that this guy's imagination had no bounds. And that's when I realized that not only I could do this, but the kids that we see today, they're doing it. Right. But that's when I realized that was gonna happen. I was like, because if I see this, they gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So that changed everything. And I mean, he was different. This guy, some people put their shit in the safe. This guy, when I went to his house and his apartment, he had a big Mac toolbox that they use when they're servicing in the pit stop of a Formula One. Those big toolboxes with the wheels on it and shit. The big blue toolbox that was had trays and shit. This motherfucker had his jewelry in there with lights. He blew my mind. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm never going the other way. I am.
What is going on, everybody? It is Sebastian Francis, and I am just here to drop off my 2 cents. I just watched the Pharrell Drink Champs interview, and I'm inspired. I'm furious. I'm happy, no pun intended. But I just really wanted to get off my chest first of all, how amazing that man is and the work he's done in music and with his philanthropy and things like that. But secondly, just how inspiring he is for not just myself, but for kids and millions of people across the world. So Pharrell said, we are all pluralists. And I know for me personally, in my journey, many people have told me to only focus on one thing. And if you a jack of all trades is a master at none. Yes, I get it. But at the same time, there are people who are Renaissance men and Renaissance women and, people who are great at multiple things. And myself personally, people have tried to make me quit. I started off producing, then I started rapping, then I started taking engineering a bit more serious, went back to school for it. Now I'm picking up the camera and shooting for TE and doing all types of work. And I refuse to let other people's failures and insecurities limit my life and the talents that God has given me. So I just really wanted to expound on what he said because that touched me incredibly. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But saying all that to say, man, God gave all of us many talents, not just one talent. So there is no reason why you should tell, or anybody should tell you Like, hey, you should only, if you cooking, you should only cook, or you should only, man, we are in an era of entrepreneurship where you have to do more than one thing for that one thing to be noticed. Like, I have to pick up a camera and sit on here and talk to a camera in an empty house in order for y'all to pay attention to the music and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just, man, I be in all type of situations where, you know, I'll take pictures, like, man, I'll take pictures for people, I'll do a video for people, I'll do whatever needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? And people won't credit you. People won't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll tag you, whatever the case is. But saying all that to say, man, like, don't limit yourself. Like, there is no reason why somebody who makes beats should only be making beats. Like, bro, like, you can do many things. Like, there is no limitations on your creativity. Even Pharrell said it. He said, come on, he was only thinking about beats and songs. But then you have to think about the merch. Then you have to think about the graphic design. Then you have to think about touring. There's so many things that go into being an artist, being a creative, being an entrepreneur. So telling somebody to only do one thing, bro, that's ridiculous. I don't advise any of you to do one thing. I damn sure will not stop doing all the things I'm doing, because I've gotten in the rooms that a lot of niggas won't be in. You know what I'm saying? And not even to like brag or grab my nuts on niggas. You know what I'm saying? But it's time that, like, we get out of that glass ceiling bullshit, man. And I personally want to be one of the pioneers to, like, do a lot of things and be great at a lot of things, and also get recognized for a lot of things. And not recognized because I need validation, but recognized because I want people who look up to me, whether it be a family member, whether it be somebody overseas, I don't care who it is. I want them to see what I do and be like, yo, if this nigga can do it, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we live in this era of, like, clout and publicity and it's fake fame, and it's just whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I do something great, I don't care if I'm the fucking cook or the janitor or whatever, or the fucking intern. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me love, show me respect. You know what I mean? So, man, just whatever y'all doing out there, keep doing it to the utmost. And if you got, you know what I'm saying, if you got a desire to be creative in other ways, man, do that shit. Don't think about no money. Don't think about whether it's gonna get you some Instagram likes or whatever the case is, man. If your heart is in it, do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents on it. I just wanted to drop that in. Man, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, SebastianFmusic.com, SoulSoulProductions.com. You can go get yourself some merch. And I'll see y'all next time.